Hello everybody, this is Flyboy51691. What do I expect from the New York Yankees this year? This is what we're going to be talking about this year. I decided to make a video about the New York Yankees for this one, and we will do tomorrow's video with probably the NL East. I'm thinking of that, but I might do something else. With all the news and events going around with Egypt, I might do a video about that. But let's continue with the 2011 New York Yankees. Let's start off with the offseason, with the first signings of Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera getting done. Yay, thank you Cashman for bringing them back. 2, the not signings, the people that we expected for the Yankees to sign, and that was just Cliff Lee. I personally wanted Carl Crawford. I thought Carl Crawford would be a great additional outfielder. I thought he would take Brett Gardner's spot. Brett Gardner can go back to his backup role, being the 4th outfielder. Didn't happen. Not going to cry. Brett Gardner, you're good, and I'm happy with it. I'm just saying the improvement would have been there with Carl Crawford. If not, you have Brett Gardner, who is basically Carl Crawford without power and white. Racism? Boo-hoo. Continue on anyway. Let's start off with, I guess I'm going to have to say the pitching staff, which is people's biggest worry. What a shock. Yankees having pitching problems, people. Oh no, Yankees having pitching problems. And what really disappointed me this year was Andy Pettitte. I would expect one of the core 4, and we'll go over who the core 4 are in a second, to re-sign with the Yankees knowing that we're having trouble this year. You would expect one of the original Yankees who came up in this system to say, hey, all right, the Yankees are in trouble. They needed me for one more year. I could pitch one more year, and I can live without I can not see my family for one more year. It's not like he's not seeing them every day. He does travel home. From what I've heard, he does bring his family up. So, just one more year being a Yankee, would that hurt you that much? You make another $10 million, and it's more money for your kid, for your family later on in life. Even your great-grandchildren will have this money that you've made for them. But Andy Pettitte doesn't want to return, and I do not expect Andy Pettitte to return. So, the Yankees pitching staff is very, very sad. It's CC Sabathia, Phil Hughes, the mental case of A.J. Burnett. I'm going to go with Nova as the 4th starter and Bartolo Colon as the 5th. Now, can also be a change. People have asked me, my friends, who do I think the 4th and 5th starter would be? And that's who I think the 4th and 5th starter will be. But there's others out there. If there's a chance Mark Pryor says, I don't want to be a reliever, I want to be a starter. And maybe that happens. So, if that happens, he will fight for his position as the 5th starter, or the 4th starter. And Marti, I think his name is, M-I-R-T-E, has a chance too. And he was Joe Girardi's man who wanted 5th starter a few years back. The guy is not that good. And if this is what freaking Girardi wants, whatever. Nova, give the kid a shot. He's young. Do not put the Jabba rules on him, because the Jabba rules ruin Jabba Chamberlain. And Jabba Chamberlain also has a long shot, to be a 5th starter, even though Cashman has put those talks down the rest. Now, also, Phil Hughes needs to be the Phil Hughes of last year and just a tad bit better and win 20 games. Actually, no, he doesn't have to win 20 games. He has to have his ERA go from here to here. Even though I know this looks like I have like a couple inches underneath the screen over there, so. He can't have the 4-point-something ERA. He has to have the mid-3s or the low 3s to be a solid starter. Also, CC Sabathia has to do what he does best and eat up innings. The mental case of A.J. Burnett has to be fixed. I don't know if he has to have a psychologist or somebody. He just has to get fixed. His brain is... I can't say he's not right, because I'm not a stable person either. I can go crazy. But he's going crazy on a huge contract that we put on him, and this is looking like Carl Pavano. People, do you guys remember Carl Pavano? Because I surely do. I actually met him. I actually swam in a pool with him. and my grandma almost hit him with a freaking golf cart. And yes, I am not kidding. I wish my grandma hit him with a fucking golf cart. In Florida, West Palm Beach, Iron Horse. That's where he lives, or used to live. I don't remember who lives there. Also, with spring, the Yankees' offense is fine. It's going to, I think actually you should have Brett Gardner in the number 1 position, Derek Jeter in the number 2. The number 3 position, you'll have Mark Teixeira. In the number 4 position, you have Alex Rodriguez. In the number 5 position, you have Robinson Cano. Now, Nick Swisher should be the number 6. The number 7, I'm going to put Granderson in number 7. The backup Swisher. The number 8 position, this is tricky. I'm going to say it's going to be Posada because Posada is always Posada. Posada's usually number 5, but it won't happen this year. And the number 8. Yeah, there we go. 8. Actually, the number 9 position, people, is going to be, as a catcher, I'm going to go with Russell Martin. Russell Martin, and you have Jose Montero as the backup who will switch off on and on. Lineup is solid, 1 through 9. Actually, 1 through 8, depending on how Martin and Montero do. Granderson improved last year in the second half of the season. He did tremendous. Not worried about Swisher. Not worried about Posada at the moment. Actually, correction, I am worried about Posada. Just a little. Posada has a mouth on him. Posada will act up as the season goes on because he's a catcher and he believes his innings are not done behind the plate. He wants to be a catcher. No. Trade him. If he mouths off, put him in a deal, get rid of him. Andrew Jones, DH. Yeah. Bullpen. I'm not worried about the bullpen either. You have Jalba Chamberlain, you have Boone Logan, you have Francisco or Franciscali or whatever the hell the Met guy is. You have, what's his name, Mark Pryor. If he's a reliever or he's a starter, I think he can be either one. I'm not sure. He'd be on the team no matter what. So he's going to be one of the two. You have Rafael Soriano, you have Manuel Rivera. This is the best bullpen the Yankees have had in years. Remember that. The bench, Cervelli, maybe. Or you're going to have Montero, one of the two. You'll have Nunez. You'll have Andrew Jones. I don't know who else you're going to have on that bench. Probably some rookie that we've never heard of. And then you have Joe Girardi. I hated Joe Torre. He lives in my town as well. He lives actually a few houses down from me, too. At my dad's house on the lake. I don't like the guy. Not one bit. Do I like Girardi? No. I don't think he definitely knows his baseball. But he does some stupid shit. Jesus Christ. I don't like him I don't like him that much. Is there somebody I thought that we should have as a coach this year? No. There was nobody out there. If I was going to say we wanted somebody, I said Bobby Valentine. If we couldn't keep Girardi, then he went to the Cubs. At the moment, there's no one there's no one better to be a Yankees manager than, Girardi. Until Jeter retires and Jeter will be the manager. Just saying. Probably going to happen. Yankees have this thing with bringing old players and putting them as managers. Fucking everybody you could think of has been a Yankee eventually. Andy Pettitte, please return. With you, we are a World Series contending team. Without you, we're not. Cashman. Don't bug him and do not. I can't believe you called him the Brett Favre move. Don't pull a Brett Favre on us. Then you went out and said Derek Jeter's going to be a center. It's going to be an outfielder. We're not done yet here. Hold on. Let's continue. You can't. The Yankees vice president also told Levine, the Yankees guy, told the Texas Rangers to stay off welfare. Here we go, people. New Yankees-Red Sox rivalry starting Yankees versus the Texas Rangers of the old 90s. Jesus Christ. And the Yankees are getting frustrated, I think, because they couldn't get anybody. But The 2011 Yankees will be decent this year. Not amazing, not a World Series contending team. I think we needed to take a step back, bring some rookies up. Nunez should be looked at as a potential apprentice. Right now, let's consider him an apprentice to Derek Jeter. Be under Derek Jeter's wing to teach him things that he needs to know. Also, I think that Montero needs to be looked at a little bit more before things happen. Raymond needs to be looked at too. I think both of them need to be looked at. If Russell Martin is shit, AAA, Montero and Raymond up at the same time, rookie starter, rookie backup. We'll leave Brett Gardner in the outfield as of now, and if we have to make a trade, put Jabba Chamberlain in. Jabba Chamberlain is not the Jabba Chamberlain of old. He's not the guy that throws 100. He doesn't have his charisma. So, the 2011 Yankees will be different. And I think halfway through the season, there's going to be a big deal done. Do I know who the deal is going to be? No. Do I want the deal to be coming from this team? Do I think the Yankees... Wait. Do I think the Yankees and the Seattle Mariners should make a deal? Yes. Two of my favorite teams in baseball. If we're going to make a deal, Jose Montero or Raymond. Also, Jabba Chamberlain, Nunez, and Nova be traded for King Flex. Will this happen? Probably not. Just saying it's a possible trade. Probably won't be done, but who knows. This is Flyboy51691 signing out. And the people of Egypt, I hope your revolution goes along. Long will of the revolution, or whatever you guys are calling it. Just don't blame the shit on us. Have a nice night.